Hi besties, how's it going? How are you getting on today? So I sell loads of different types of savings challenges, and I've shown you throughout the years on this channel how to make lots of different types of savings challenges when you're on a budget. Because saving money, yes, it's super important. If savings challenges really work for you, you don't have to break the bank to make them happen. You don't have to buy from sellers on Etsy. You don't have to buy from big websites. You don't have to do that. You can make it from home. So today I'm going to be showing you in my way how to make a savings challenge, specifically a scratch off savings challenge. So bestie, let's get into it. The first step is the design stage, and I know this can be really daunting for a lot of people. You can do this on the computer, you can print it off, you can do it in so many different ways. In an ideal world, you can just find something like a cereal package or a piece of art that you really like or anything like that. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to design something just personal and just for me, and we're going to do that over on the computer. So let's do that now. So here I am at the design stage. I'm over here, I'm on Photoshop, and I've kind of already designed this. So I'm kind of just going to show you it in steps just to make it really easy so that you don't have to just sit through me designing something. So what I've kind of gone for is an unlicensed thing. So I've ripped all of these images off of Photoshop. So I will not be selling this. I don't have any licenses to sell any of this, but I've done something that's a bit fun for me. So this is what I've got. So this here is on Photoshop. You could use Canva. You could just draw this by hand. So what we've essentially got here is a square that is 100 mil by 186 mil. So that's the size of it, right? This is the template that I always use because you've got the logo here and the hole punches go like there. So this is what I've done. I've got a background for it, and you might be able to tell already that we're doing a Powerpuff Girls design. So that's the background there, and then I've got a logo for the middle. So essentially this part is just the design part of it, doing whatever you want, right? I'm going to have the Powerpuffs there. So let's look at an old design. So I've got one here. This is like a Be Lucky one, and this is an Aquarius one. So what we have here is we've got these circles. So these circles for me define where it's going to go. So these are 27 mil by 27 mil because the actual sticker, the scratch off sticker that we have is 25 by 25. So there's going to be like a little barrier, like a little white outline around it, and I like to have that one. There's loads of different ways to do a scratch off challenge. Obviously you can put numbers in there, so we could take that out and we could put like any number inside there, like say 5 or whatever it is, like that. We could be like saving 5 or do whatever we want in there. But what I like to do sometimes is a savings challenge like this where you have a certain icon inside. So for this one it's a rainbow, or it's a 3-leaf clover, or a shamrock, and you assign a value for that, and then whatever you scratch off you get. So I'm going to do one of those today. So if we go back to our one, we've got the Powerpuff Girl one, and here's the circles that I've laid down. I like to do them randomly just so there's no pattern, and what I've done is I've done a different Powerpuff Girl inside each one. So what we're going to end up doing is having a rectangle there, all 3 of them, and then when we go in we can put an amount for Bubbles, an amount for Buttercup, an amount for Blossom. Now what I did here is I left a see-through one because we're putting Mojo Jojo inside there. Mojo Jojo isn't necessarily my favourite Powerpuff Girl person. It is him. Still really cute. I'm going to add a stroke around this one just to make it a bit more budget with Ira, and that's essentially what it looks like before you print it out. So I'm going to go ahead and print it off now, and then you'll see me afterwards. We'll like put the scratch off stickers, and then I'll show you how it works after that. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so we're back from that, and this is what I have. Now let me show you what we got up to. So this was printed, and I like my saving challenges to be quite thick. So what I did, you can see we're in a bit of a sandwich here. So this is printed onto sticker paper. Then I put that onto a piece of card. Then I put a sheet of sticky laminating pouch over the top of it. So it's really thick and really durable at this point, but you don't have to do all of that. You can just print it onto cardstock or a bit of paper or whatever. So what we need to do now is we need to cut it out. Now, scissors work absolutely fine, but I'm going to use a guillotine. Now, this is the guillotine that I use. I've gone through lots of different guillotines in the past, and this is the one that I find the best. It's the Amazon Basics one, and I love her. So I'm just going to trim around the edges. So I'm going to do that here now. You know, you might get a little bit off, but you know, millimeters are, you know, who's going to grumble about millimeters, eh? So I'm just going to cut this really good angle for everybody. Just going to cut this round. So obviously you don't have access to a guillotine. You can just use a pair of scissors or just, you know, cut. Well, what else can you cut with? See what I've done there? I've already messed it up. So I'm just going to cut a little bit extra. There you go. Beautiful. So obviously there's space for 2 on there, so you don't have to, you know, you don't have to just do 1. So this is the size that I like for Savings Challenge. She's looking really nice. I need to cut that. Oh, see this little edge that I messed up? So this is the size that I like. I really, really like her. Love the way she looks. And she's this size because I want a hole puncher to put in my binder. But obviously you don't have to do that. You can design it to be any size you want. I've got this hole punch here. This is a 6-hole hole punch that I use for everything. She's maybe a bit too thick for all of this, but let's punch her, and there she is. So she's going to fit inside a binder really, really nicely. This is the step where you add the scratch off elements. So let me introduce you to scratch off stickers. So essentially, and mostly, they come on strips like this. Very, very inexpensive. Maybe 1,000 silver ones will probably cost at the most £10, somewhere between a penny and 10 pence per sticker. So that's what they come like. But let me show you, there is literally a plethora of what is available. If you are willing to look hard enough, there is so much choice. So I've got these diamond ones, we've got silver ones, we've got like a rusty red here. These are all leftovers. We've got different sized circles. So we've got this size, this size, this size. There's so much. You can get what we got here. We've got square ones here. You can get patterned ones. Have I got a patterned one to show you? Maybe not. Oh look, there's blue, lovely colours. That, you know, there used to be like a lot. There's huge ones here. There used to be, here's a patterned one. So there used to be a lot of different colours available, but they're really hard to source. I'm currently working with a supplier for something special, but you know, more on that later. But I think maybe the brick red will probably look the nicest with this one. That, or I think the red one. The reason why I put like a sheet of lamination down on this is because, believe it or not, they are reusable. So let me show you. So this is how the stickers come, and they are a sticker in themselves. So really looking it down at its like molecular level, they are a layer of like clear acetate with adhesive on it. Then it's got a layer of latex, which is what makes it scratch off, and then some sort of like colour, and it's usually latex as well. And essentially they'll go down, but they'll also come back off. So if you've scratched off a challenge, you can peel it off, and I'll show you at the end. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through and put all of these down here to show you what the end challenge will look like. Because this is essentially how easy it is. Now, getting these in the middle is a bit of a challenge, bestie, I'm not gonna lie. However, what we've got to remember is I've been doing this for a long time. The amount of, I call them blobs, but the amount of scratch off stickers that I have placed down onto challenges, it's not even worth thinking about how much it is. So there's loads. So that's the finished challenge. So when you look at her, yes, she's absolutely stunning. She's gorgeous. So, you know, if I was going to use this one, I'd assign an amount per Powerpuff Girl. I'd scratch off. And the great thing about this, designing your own scratch off challenges, is after a couple days, you do not remember what's behind each one. So it's always going to be a surprise. So yeah, there's that. So let's scratch one off, show you how it works. So what you're actually scratching off when you scratch off one of these is the layer of latex on there. Yeah. So this is a scratch off tool. This is from Black and Blue Budgets and it is called Drip by E. So if I can remember, I will link that in the description. It was very kindly gifted. So here we've got this. So if you look, we're not actually scratching off anything other than the latex. So I'm just trying to get an edge to show you. So up close, you may be able to see, you might not be able to see, but you may be able to see that there's still a layer of, what's it called? Like that adhesive left over. So if you're careful enough, once you've completed the challenge, you can actually pick it up. There you go. And we've not actually ruined the scratch off underneath. So what we can then do is go again for round 2. Yeah, it's also very good if you're like a bit of a cheater as well. So if you didn't like what you got, you can just refix it. So that's how I would say is to reuse your scratch off sticker challenges, and it's a really easy way to just have a bit of fun and get something that's really you. So obviously if there's a shop like mine, either if you're in Europe and Northern Ireland, you can't order from my shop anymore, there's going to be downloadable scratch off challenges coming to the shop really soon. But also if you don't quite have the money, you want to make something that's a bit more you, because I'm unwilling to do like licensed things. If you want something like this, you can do it yourself, like on the cheap, and the reusability of them is very high. So that's that, and that's how you make one. So I hope that was clear enough, and I hope you liked it. And if there's anything else you want to see in the future, Bestie, please let me know. Hi guys, gals and non-binary pals, thank you so much for getting through to the end of the video. You know I love it when you get through to the end of the video. Please give this video some love, make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and if you are going to comment, please use this emoji. So what did you think of today's video? My hair's been annoying me this whole video, but what did you think of today's video? Because a lot of places will not like to give away the secrets, but for me, if you don't have the money to buy a scratch off challenge from me, or you don't like the designs that I have, or you're just a really creative person, you want to make something that's really bespoke and unique to you, I want to give you all of the information that I know so that you can do that. So I think she was super cute, and I'd love to know what you would like me to show you in the future. Like, is there something that you've always thought, I wonder how they make that? Because Bestie, I'm willing to expose what's going on. I really am. Have you considered becoming a channel member or a patron? Patrons get exclusive content, sneak peeks and significant discounts off my Etsy store. Channel members get early access to every single video. In fact, they've seen this video long before you have, Bestie. If you like the sounds of those perks and you like the sound of me, have a look at the links in the description. You will not regret it, Bestie. That's all we have for today. Tomorrow's video is a budget bestie. Last budget bestie of the year. So until that budget bestie, I would like you to have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and have a wonderful budget. Always remember, don't trust Ira. And thumbnail, I think what we've got to do is this. The silence. I think that'll do. All right, Bestie, I'll see you tomorrow.